Twitch chat Bruce Cockburn when his favorite streamers 7 minutes late be like, I'm wondering where the lions are. His favorite streamers 7 minutes late. Wait, we can do this. Where the lions are? We can do this. We can do this. Just pause for a second. We can do this. It'd be like, and I'm wondering where the lions are. This would be like, and I'm wondering where the lions are. 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 Oh, dude, maybe that's how he made it. Maybe that's how he did it, dude. If you've heard that song, you'd be like, that was surprisingly close. Now, I can't sing like Bruce Cockburn, but that was surprisingly close, man. That's why we're repping, who put that bullet ball in Peggy's kitchen, y'all? Sorry, I'm still a little sweaty. It was a hard bike ride today. Even though I ended 68 minutes ago, I'm still a little sweaty here. So much CanCon, I'm seeing apparitions. Evil Matthew Good be like, I'm starting my American tour. Know what I'm talking about? You've been reading the Globe and Mail lately? And I'm wondering where the lions are. Yeah. Evil Matthew Good be like, goodbye time bomb, for sure. Glover in a dangerous time is actually kind of sick. Glover, we are Glover in a dangerous time. I could totally see, dude. I could totally see that. No, honestly, like the thing, I like playing the horse game. I think it's, I hate to put this evil on other people, but I don't think this is really, I mean, I'm just one guy giving my opinion. The horse game now is in a bad position for stream content because it's a lot of, every single run is an Ura Finals victory easily. And the only thing that is really, the tension in it is just seeing if you're going to get that like 1 in 20 roll for the stat that you want at the end. So I think that there's kind of a, like it's in a not a great spot for engaging stream content to burn like 50 minutes per career just to hope to get 3 stars. I think instead you just play other stuff right now. But on the bike, I'm playing it. Chib quit, then you quit. I didn't quit. I did like 4 careers this morning. Also, Chib didn't quit. I removed him from my friends list yesterday because you can only follow 15 people, and he hadn't signed on in 4 days. Everyone else on my friends list signed on within 10 hours of me checking my friends list. Chib had been 4 days. I said, okay, he's done. Then I went into the Discord this morning, and he was like, oh, I did my polls, and I didn't get any Kitasan Blacks. I'm like, buddy, are we talking about RuneScape? Like, you don't play the game. I mean, it's ruthless out here, man. It's ruthless. I had to unfollow Chibli so that I could follow someone who had a level 50 Kitasan Black, bro. Apollo slipped me a 12-digit trainer ID of someone who had a level 50 Kitasan Black. I added them as a friend, then I went straight to WhatsApp and sent it to the other dad who also plays the game. And I said, yo, hot tip, this person has a level 50 Kitasan Black. You should add them. You play to win the game. Or a finals? I'm just hoping we can win a race. Jim Morris Sr., if he was a horse trainer. Yes, sir. Crown them! Do I have your permission to have coitus with my girlfriend with this in the background? Sure, brother, why not? Do you have her permission? That's probably the first thing I would figure out. Skeptical on that one. I would probably ask her before you ask me. DK Bananza today, sire? No. Crashing out is not the right word. But like Dan playing DK Bananza and then his whole chat being like, why didn't this come out 3 weeks ago? This just looks like, this just looks like a reskin Super Mario Odyssey. And there's it's only got a 92 on Metacritic. I was kind of crashing out, like defending it. Like Nintendo's still like the only AAA publisher like keeping it real. It was extremely annoying. Meanwhile, when they watch Summer Games Fest and there's like a trailer for a game that's definitely going to be 6 out of 10 when it comes out, they're like, "Oh my god, I've been waiting for this for." Then it comes out. Should be on Game Pass. $36.99 should be $32.99. Like, there's nothing gamers love more than complaining about like one little thing about an actually great game that just came out. That being said, I'm not going to play DK Bananza. It just doesn't seem like my cup of tea, to be honest with you. It doesn't seem like my pint of piss. But I respect Nintendo for what they're doing, man. Who the hell else is making 92 out of 100 Metascore AAA platformers. Like, it's just not happening, man. Maybe the Ori and the Blind Forest team. You got to put some respect on Nintendo for that, man. Don't call it Apollo slop, man. It looks good. It looks good. Yesterday I was walking down 8th near Oak and an old guy started screaming at me, "I know you're here to steal. I know you're here to steal." Then started walking behind me. The heat is cooking people's brain. 1 block north of Broadway? You should have spun the block on him. By the way, can I just say, I don't know what spinning the block means. I imagine it's parlance from The Wire. It's a drive-by. Oh my God, I didn't mean that. I thought you were just like doing a lap or something, and then he might have been gone, and then you like could steal something. I thought spinning the block means you would like walk around the block, and if he wasn't there, you might steal his tires or something. I didn't realize it was a drive-by killing. Also, does he realize he lives on like the biggest fucked up hill in Vancouver? Like, buddy, what am I gonna steal? If that bitch has wheels, it's going straight into False Creek. I think if there was enterprising thieves, they would probably go like, to a flatter area of Vancouver to steal some shit, man. When it snows, that road becomes a death sentence. Dude, 3-4 years ago, we had that blizzard by Vancouver standards. We had to drive up from Washington State to Vancouver, and I was like, I don't know if we can make it, but we're going to try. Driving like 40 kilometers, 50 kilometers an hour the whole way. Cars, buses spun out in the ditch like the entire drive. Just white knuckling, being like, dude, I don't know. This like Oak Street to First corridor here, this might be the end of me, man. I was doing like probably like 0.75 kilometers an hour down the slope. One day I'll be on Oak Street and I'll be like, oh damn, this is from NL Stories. Dude, Oak Street's kind of sick. The other Oak Street fact that's cool is you can drive from Vancouver all the way to, I think, Tijuana without ever having to make a turn. You turn south onto Oak Street. It becomes the highway south. At the U.S. border, it turns into I-5, and then you drive I-5 all the way south into Mexico. Name a single better north-south road than Canby. Do you really want to do this, bro? I mean, Canby's been fucked for like 5 years. I love Canby, okay? When the construction's not on. Right now, Maine clears it. Maine's been coming up, bro. Broadway, you need a compass, bro. Broadway's the east-west thoroughfare. Are you crazy? Broadway, what are you talking about? That's east-west, bro. Think about this all the time because I live near the 5 in LA. Could drive to Vancouver without using Google Maps. So true, but then once you got to East First, you would be like, what am I doing? Do I go right or left here? Because you don't want to go straight. You're going to end up putting your SUV on top of a False Creek ferry, and they're not built for that. They can only hold like 10 people. It's tough. You know what? You can't go wrong. You go right, Olympic Village into downtown, Science World. You go left, Kitsilano. 2 very nice neighbors. You know what, Libby? You can't go wrong. And you got like, I don't even know, like 36 hours of driving to make the decision too. I like Vancouver posting. Dude, I was thinking about it this weekend, right after I got spotted at a restaurant that will now be obvious when I tell you what neighborhood I was in. Any Vancouverites here? I'm gonna make my play. If I ever got interviewed for Vancouver Magazine, what's the best block in Vancouver? Genuine for going outside. I think it's West First between Burrard and whatever the street that's one west of Burrard is, man. And it's I'm not gonna lie to you, it's mostly restaurants, but like they got Annalena, they got Oddfish, they got New Fuji, they got Tokyo Bowl or whatever the bowl place is that's just one across. They got a Radish restaurant right there. 5 restaurants on one block, man. 5 amazing restaurants on one block. It's Olympic Village. Okay, what block in Olympic Village? What block? Yeah, this is taking you too long. Name a road in Olympic Village. It's the corner of Nunavut Street and Nova Scotia Avenue. I live in Olympic Village. There's nothing here. Pump the brakes, kid. Olympic Village is still a great neighborhood. But if we're talking about the goated block, West First at Burrard. That's what I think is the goated block. Ontario in 5th. Okay, I see you at Purebred. I see you getting the jalapeno cheddar scone at Purebred. I see you. Is that where that Taco Fino is? I see you at Taco Fino. I see you going to R&B Brewery for their patio and their pizza deal. Whatever, man. This is obviously Quiz Show, by the way. It's one of my favorite movies. I mean, I'm sorry if you don't get that right. I sentenced you to 106 minutes of watching Quiz Show with Charles Van Doren III, okay? I sentenced you to watch a Robert Redford directed movie, all right? These are the first guesses. Click the arrow. Wait, why would I click the arrow? I got it on the first guess, nephew. The TV quiz inquiry sealed by judge. Okay, yeah, I would imagine. Slumdog Millionaire is an insane guess there, man. That's Julie Bowen and Cillian Murphy. I had to tank a little debuff there because I had to think of Julie Bowen's name. Happy Lookout! Ah! The Facelers back, baby. I got a Glock in my Rari. Is a quote from this 2015 Fetty Wap song. Is this the guy who woke up in a new Bugatti? Is there any chance that you brought the walk to Poland? I might be in trouble, man. Is it Bugatti? Okay. It's not Bugatti, huh? 679. The hell is that? Like the Guelph area code? Ferrari and Bugatti are different? Yeah, but I thought it might be like a Chad Kroger, like, how you gonna have a 12-car garage when you've only got 15 cars? None of those guys got one car, man. Maybe he's got a Glock in his Rari and an Uzi in his Gotti. Like, how am I supposed to know, man? I haven't listened to that. I was probably listening to, like, Benito Generation that year. 5,000 kilometers north. So it's probably in the Caribbean Sea. Is that Trinidad and Tobago? Oh, no. Christmas Island? 2,000 kilometers south of... Oh, geez, where the fuck is Christmas Island, man? it's on Mars. I'm going to ask this, but I can't look at chat for the answer. I still got 2 possible guesses here. Wait, are you just Bolivia? Because, Bolivia or Ecuador has the island off the side of it? Maybe it's Ecuador? Ecuador, okay. Is this further than the moon? How far away is the moon from the Earth? The moon is 370,000 kilometers away. Okay, so it's not even close. Is what you're saying. Moon's way further than you think? I mean, I don't really think about it. All I know is it's too far away for me to easily get to. So I just kind of like, don't worry about it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, if you were to ask me how far away, it's like when we had the Disorderly that was like, how hot is the sun? I'm like, too hot for me to even know what the right order of magnitude to guess in is. I don't know. It could be 10,000 Celsius. It could be 10 billion Celsius. I have no idea. It's so much hotter than I can stand that it doesn't really matter. Bit hotter than my oven. Imagine how good the pizza would taste, though, if you got the dough, like, I don't know, maybe like 1,000,000 kilometers away from the sun and just sort of held it up there for a little bit. That's the next step for all these microbreweries that have the wood pizza oven in them, man. It used to be like, your pizza will be ready in 20 minutes. Now it's like, our 3,000 degree oven cooks your pizza in the flap of a hummingbird's wings. Pretty soon they're going to be like, we send your pizza on a solar probe. It fries in 1 picosecond. And I'm going to be loving every minute of it, man. I'm going to be loving every minute of it. Lionsgate, $11 million starring Robert De Niro. I was just thinking, if you had told me in like the year 1998 that Robert De Niro and Joaquin Phoenix were in a Joker movie, and that Joker movie for like 6 months kind of broke the Western world, I would not have believed you. It's unfathomable. There would have been like 12 twists and turns. I would have been like, whoa, The dude from Gladiator and the dude from Taxi Driver are in a Batman movie. It must be the best movie of all time. And then the time traveler would be like, no, it's actually really bad. And guess what? It's directed by the dude who directed Road Trip. And I would be like, what the fuck? So nobody watched it. And then they would be like, no, it was actually like the highest grossing R-rated movie ever made. And I would be like, well, wow. So like, obviously it became a franchise, and they'd be like, they made a sequel and it's considered one of the worst movies of all time. Yeah, but it must have made a lot of money. No, it was the biggest box office bomb of the millennium. Like it never would have ended, man. You're the only human I know who hates Joker? No, man. Like, okay, it's genuine and it's not a hate comment. If you were like between the age of 12 and 22 when Joker came out and your social circle was also in that age, you and your friends should like Joker. I could totally see if that movie came out when I was that age, I would be like, holy shit, like this movie it's a revelation. They should be nicer to Joker. They should be nicer to Joker. But as like I don't know, I was like 31 or something like that, or 32. I was like, come on, man. It's not all about you, Joker. It's not all about you. Every once in a while, though, I think of that scene where he like locks himself in the fridge, though. On a hot day, that would go crazy. You imagine how good, if you could easily open the door from inside the fridge, that would go insane, man. Anyway, this might be, is this Dirty Grandpa? It makes perfect sense why no one would see this in theaters. Don't make me do it. We're one bad day of chat behavior away from me reading the script for Dirty Grandpa on screen again for like the 8th time. One bad. Oh, guy who still reps the Joker's early stuff even after the killings. You got to separate the art from the artist, bro. Oh, here we go. Lauren Cohen. Every child needs to feel loved. So Rupert Evans? Is it, wait, is this Annabelle? If this ain't Annabelle, we're clicking reveal all hints. A young American woman takes a job as a nanny in a remote English village, soon discovering that the family's 8-year-old son is a life-size doll that comes... Okay, this is The Boy, right? For some reason, I know this movie. I don't know why I know this movie, but I know The Boy. It's a hilarious movie. Maybe it went viral on Twitter for like funny moments or something. She takes him to therapy or something, and the boy's sitting behind her, and the therapist is like, I don't know, I think everything's pretty, it seems like maybe you're actually the problem and the boy is totally fine. Something like that. I had a date and they took me to see that movie in the theater. That's a rite of passage. Like literally 10 years earlier, almost to the day, I had the exact same thing. I went on a date. I was like, what do you want to see? She said, new movie coming out. I said, sure, I love the movies. Let's go. That movie, When a Stranger Calls. Nobody remembers shit about When a Stranger Calls, except I believe it's not the only movie that's ever done this, but it's the movie that everyone thinks of where the call is coming from inside the house. Like she calls 911 and the dispatch goes, well, the call is coming from inside the house or something like that. Can somebody look up the release date of When a Stranger Calls? I'm going to say it's like February 4th, 2006. Because we're actually kindred spirits 10 years apart. It's February 3rd, 2006. Oh, shit. Hot water burn baby, bitch. Hot water burn baby. That's crazy. That's fucked up. Obvious. And I was going to try to aura farm by saying, and it was a Friday. But that's just when movies come out. But if you didn't know that, you would have been like, oh, shit. How'd you know that? Because I was fucking there, man. And we didn't have smartphones back in the day. So I was like, I have a date on Friday, February the 4th, 2006. I probably repeated it like 100 times in my head so I didn't forget. Chat, I'm going to do another one, okay? Matthew Broderick's in War Games. I can make this happen. When did Sahara come out? I'm going to say Sahara came out May 5th, 2005. Can I get a check on that? April 8th, 2005. Fuck, I'm washed. Slap in the fucking face, man. Slap at the face. Slap at the face. Paul Rudd, if he was Will Smith at the Oscars in I Love You, Man. Slap at the face. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ever see I Love You, Man? Lou Ferrigno? All right, 1 second. I'm thinking it's going to be like this. It's going to be Matthew Dabney fucking Coleman, bitch, 9 to 5. What a way to make a motherfucking living. Okay, Matthew Broderick, Tower Heist. Rachel McAdams, she's in Game Night. Jason Bateman, Extract. Mila Kunis, Kristen Wiig. Mila Kunis, Forgetting Sarah Marshall. No, okay, it's Ben Stiller, The Watch, Jonah Hill, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Mila Kunis, Extract, sorry, I forgot. Jason Bateman, Game Night, Rachel McAdams, About Time. Time? 143, we'll take those. Rachel McAdams is in Wedding Crashers with Owen Wilson. You might want to check on that one. I think you appear to be mistaken. Owen Wilson's not in that one. That's Swankie. That's Swankie from Nomadland. She plays the second Wedding Crasher. I seem to recall the Wedding Crashers. It's Christopher Walken, top billing, Bradley Cooper, Vince Vaughn, and then Swankie. Fuck it, bro. Take me back. I bet we can do a Swankie connection. I'm gonna get a new category on speedruns.com, man. It's swank movie to movie Swankie %. I'm thinking you go Ali Sheedy, Breakfast Club. Probably Molly Ringwald, Not Another Teen Movie. Okay, we're trying to get to Frances McDormand. Burn After Reading. Chris Evans. Okay, I'm gonna use Marvel for this. Chris Evans, a Deadpool and Wolverine. Ryan Reynolds, we're gonna use Marvel. Deadpool 2. Brad Pitt, Burn After Reading. Frances McDormand, Nomadland. Swankie. Okay, now that we're on Swankie, we go back to Nomadland, and we're gonna take David Strathairn out, and from David Strathairn we're gonna play maybe like, what are we trying to get to now? Rachel McAdams or Domhnall Gleeson. Nightmare Alley. Let's be honest. Oh, Bradley Cooper, The Wedding Crashers, which is not The Wedding Crashers. Rachel McAdams. About Time. Time? Dude, that's a great score for Swankie %. Same score as No Swankie, kind of insane. Marvel is cheating? Bro, we did Swankie! I'm going to start doing Swankie cuts on every single movie to movie. If I do movie to movie and I don't get Swankie, please say, where's the Swankie cut? Put that in there, because I'm gonna spice up movie to movie by going to Swankie every time. Nomadland is just cheating. She's only been in one movie, bro. Swankie's only been in one movie. There's no way out if you don't go Nomad to Nomad. Do I have to watch Nomadland? Nah, I don't think it's that good, to be honest with you. I think there's a lot of stuff that should be on your list before Nomadland. And then Oscar nominated is like a kind of a crazy play, because Aaron Brockovich is gonna eat like 60%. So the question is, was Pretty Woman nominated for like Best Original Screenplay or something? Was Ocean's 11 nominated for Coolest Cast or Best Kiss or something like that? I don't know. I think it's possible. Hear me out. I'm going to try it. I'm risking everything. I think Soderbergh might have gotten the Best Director nomination for Ocean's 11. That's the Academy fucked up. The Academy fucked up. Dredgeheart, I'm going to ban you. I'm going to ban you because you said she's not in 11, she's in 12. You've outed yourself as a non-Ocean's 11 head. She's obviously in Ocean's 11. She's probably like third build in the movie. You know how I know that? I've seen the movie 4 times, and it's been gas every single time. I'm sorry, I swear I'm a Soderbergh head. No, you're not. You're not a Soderbergh head if you don't think Julia Roberts was in Ocean's 11. Did you watch it when you were on your phone? She's in the movie for like 40 minutes. You got to watch it again. The other reason that I know that she's in Ocean's 11 is because probably once every 3 months, Malv says this is just like that part in Ocean's 11 where Matt Damon sees Julia Roberts coming down the escalator and says, best part of my day. Best part of my day right there. He says, he references it so much, man. My best friend's wedding got nominated for an Oscar. She's in Smurfs, The Lost Village. Walking along with the soul in his song.
Freeze.
Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. That's the chum scrubber. Whatever happened to the polyphonic spree, man? I always wonder about a band like that has like 60 members. You gotta really be... You got to be bringing in a lot of ticket revenue to keep it going, man. Plus, they all had matching outfits and stuff like that.
Eggplant, a noun meaning a widely...
Sing a Joanna Newsom song. I won't, but every time I open my coffee table book about art, I think about the album cover for Ease. Because she's literally doing like some fucking Masaccio shit. She's sitting there like, well, I'm mirrored. So she's sitting there like this. And she's going like, and then in her other hand, she's holding like a picture of a butterfly. She's doing like some art history shit on the cover of East. And then she's going like, and the meadowlark and the chimchurry and the sailor. Do you know Rolling Stone gave East a 2 when it came out, bro? Fucking insulting. That's a magazine about music. I don't get it. Listen to Ease, bro. That's what it's... Dude, those who know... Listen to Ease. It's literally 6 songs. It might even be 5 songs. How long could that possibly take you? It's not on Spotify? Yeah, I know. So I gotta buy a hard copy of Ease, and I gotta buy the whole fucking Tetsuro Yamashita discography, because that shit ain't even on like Google Video anymore. What the hell? Can we get Tetsuro Yamashita on the phone? Can we buy the licenses to the Tetsuro Yamashita catalog and just find a way to get it? The Gen Alpha needs Tetsuro Yamashita. I don't want him to be on the behest of the streaming gods either, but come on, man. I want to listen to Ride on Time.
Gentian, a noun meaning any
Purple.
of numerous herbs.
Yep. Gentian violet. That's the carcinogenic compound the engineers at Queens use to dye their jackets purple. Me, age 18. Who cares if I get Gentian violet on my hands? I'm 18. Me, age 36. Why the fuck didn't I wear gloves? Fuck.
Maillot, a noun meaning tights for dancers or gymnasts.
No, man.
French is a Romance language originating from the Latin spoken in Gaul. Maillot, a noun meaning tights for dancers or gymnasts.
I gotta try it. I don't know. Maillot. Maillot. That's really tough. They hit us with the fucking Gallic word, man.
Parenthetical, adjective
Huge.
meaning of relating to.
Very satisfying word to type.
Heinousness, a adjective meaning hatefully or.
I've never been a knower of what NL's talking about, and he's my longest followed channel. Honestly, I think, obviously I'm biased. I take that as a positive. Because, like, I always think back to, like, when I was, like, 13, and people would be like, you gotta watch this. You gotta listen to this. And then I would put on fucking Loveless by My Bloody Valentine and be like, what the fuck is this? I don't know what the fuck. There's no melody. I can't hear the words. They're not saying anything. Doesn't make any... It just sounds like fuzz and static, like mashed together. But then you're like, 1,000,000 40-year-olds told me it's the greatest album of all time. So you kind of persevere. You persevere a little bit, and you build up the muscle, and you look for stuff to listen for, and then you build up the skill to interface with it. It's the same thing about like movies, man. If you watch like the best movie of all time when you're 10, you're going to be like, I have no idea what they're even talking about, dude. Who the fuck is Wallace Shawn? What is he talking about? I used to think about art. Now all I think about is money. But you watch that shit at 36, it's going to hit you a little different, man. You got to build the muscle from media. So I no longer take it as like it's my responsibility to make references that people get so that they laugh. Instead, it's like I want to make a reference that I want to make, and you can either, hop on the train and maybe open up a Wikipedia article, or you can just say, haha, whatever, put the Isaac in the bag. We're making idiosyncratic content here. I mean, look at the title of the stream. YouTube viral video, 2006, Bruce Cockburn be like, who put that bullet ball in Peggy's kitchen, y'all? Like, that's an insane title, man. The title is not boom, drops on, boom, Donkey Kong just came out. Like, we're doing some We're making some incomprehensible content here, is what I'm trying to say. And I'm loving every minute of it, man.
I quit my job and sold all my possessions that I could sell and found myself in food pantries and sleeping in a car. It's not about the money. Bullet ball is a high caliber table game designed for the 21st century lifestyle. Just like other sports with international appeal, such as basketball, soccer, and ping pong, it is our vision that one day bullet ball will become an Olympic sport.
What does that even mean, bro? In 2006, the viral video about bullet ball came out. A 21st century lifestyle game built for the 21st century lifestyle. A high-octane table game built for the 21st century lifestyle. I've been sleeping in my car. I sold my wife's wedding ring. So what do you have? I have bullet ball. Okay, so there's one half of it. And then Bruce Cockburn is a Canadian folk singer from like the 1980s who sang a song called Peggy's Kitchen Wall, and the hook goes, "Who put that bullet hole in Peggy's kitchen wall?" Ergo, 2006 viral video, Bruce Cockburn be like, "Who put that bullet ball in Peggy's kitchen, y'all?" The end. There you go. I'll saved you a click. Currywurst versus currywurst. I've got to go with currywurst, Germany. Peas when not mushy, lesser than sign, lesser than sign, lesser than peas with no mush, lesser than sign, lesser than sign. I think it's gonna be this, man. I'm a little surprised. I think the pizza looks mid and that looks okay. It's roast potatoes versus dog poop on a bun. We go roast potatoes. They do look pretty good. I think this is a good example of like looks bad, but probably is good. I kind of miss this. This is what wraps and burritos used to look like in like 06, before they started fucking with them. And burritos are still good. In fact, they might be better than ever before. But every now and then I miss an 06 burrito that's just stuffed with fucking iceberg lettuce, man. Anyone here from Kingston, Ontario? Is the Pita Grill still open? You go there post 10 p.m. Friday or Saturday, okay? Tall guy with a mustache is manning the grill. This is 20-year-old tech. I don't know if it still works. You say, "Make me a slider," his eyes are going to light up. They're going to light up. He's going to be like, that's a word I haven't heard in a long time. We used to pass this industry secret around by word of mouth. What is a slider? A slider is a pita filled with poutine and grilled bacon. Not healthy for you. Probably 5,000 milligrams of sodium, if I had to guess. But after the ale house kicks you out at last call, it's a rite of passage to go down to the Pita Grill, get one of those, eat half of it, put it in the fridge, and then eat the other half the next morning when you're not feeling so well. Is this like the fake BK meal? I'm here to tell you, and the only sources are friends of mine, which I can understand your skepticism. Between 2007 and 2010, if you went to the Burger King on Princess and Division after probably midnight or after 10, and you asked for the 210 special, they would give you a cheeseburger and a small fries with no drink. It was not on the menu. One, like a drunk sage ahead of us in the line one day went, "Hey, have you guys ever heard about the 210 special?" And we went, "What are you talking about?" And he was like, "If you go up and you ask for the 210 special, they'll give you a cheeseburger and a small fries for $2.10. And we went, "Fuck off. No way." Lo and behold, you get up to the front, I'll have the 210 special. Beep, beep. That'll be $2 and like whatever it was with tax. And then you say, "Can I also get a cup for water?" And then they give it to you, and then you fill it up with whatever you want. Yelp reports the Pita Grill now permanently closed. Fuck. I'm not going to lie to you, man. I think I'd rather have the chicken burrito. I thought it would lose, but 10-inch sausage roll? Why is he holding it like that? I know we say it every time it comes up, but like, why is he holding it like a dick pic? That's not the angle you're supposed to. Or maybe he knew what he was doing, man. Maybe he knew. Also, assuming that this thing is actually 10 inches long, it really highlights, like, if anyone on the internet ever tells you that they got a 10-incher, like, you have to ask for proof, because that is a fucking monster, man. That's insane. That's unwieldy. You might be able to get away with saying, like, 7.5, 8. Even that's a stretch, but, like 10 is, that's outrageous, man. It's outrageous. I didn't even look at this one. It's got to be, the sausage roll looks pretty good, man. Boneless chicken bites with barbecue. Boneless, I cook kiwi and sausage fucking pizza. Kiwi and sausage. The crust looks kind of amazing, if I may be honest. I'm not sure about what's going on in the middle of the pizza. I gotta go with perhaps the most millennial food ever made. What appears to be Asian-inspired fried chicken with fuck you sauce next to cheesy barbecue bacon loaded fries with slap your mother cross the mouth sauce. General Tso's papaya mukbang blueberry glaze. That is a great assortment of words in a perfect order, man. With fried jicama. By the way, is Armin Anderson here? Your comment's been living, well, actually, not really your comment. The comment I made to you has been living rent-free in my head since Dan's stream. They were watching Dan play Donkey Kong, and they said, is this just Astroneer but worse? And I added them in one, before my filter had a second to kick in. I added them, and I said, are you just your parents but younger? Nobody reacted, but I thought, like, I honestly thought it was kind of like a critical hit. Like, I thought it was kind of like a punch straight to the kidney. 1 year, 2 years, 20 years down the road of your life, you'll look in the mirror and say, my parents are still alive. What is that one? Your hips, your lips, your eyes, they meet. You're not hungry, though. That's doing the cockroach. That's believe in neither, but fear them as well. We gotta get Isaac Brock back, man. What's he doing in Her Majesty's fucking Royal Navy or whatever? What's he doing in there? Winning the Battle of Waterloo or whatever? Real. Post Scrandle. Shout out to at like 3 games into the dulls. They were like, this is the fastest dulls of all time. Oh, man. There isn't much in Easton, Pennsylvania, but they do have the world's only experience for what kid favorite brand? Lego? No, they hit me with the wrong instantly. For some reasons, kids didn't identify with Binney and Smith, so in 1903, they slapped their colored wax sticks with what punchier brand name? Twizzlers? It's Crayola. I don't think you can... I don't think Twizzlers are made out of wax now that they're waxy. They're waxy at least. This one might be rough, man. This one might be rough. Sort these scientists by the year they were born, starting with the most recent. Okay. Marie Curie, most recent. Isaac Newton, old as fuck, but not as old as Galileo. Charles Darwin wrote On the Origin of Species in like 1802, and he had a long ass gray beard. So Benjamin Franklin cleared. I think that's it. I think. Actually, pretty easy. They're off by like 100 years each. Swamp sound effect. Oh, I gotta do Minute Cryptic too. You're right. This is Sean Kingston. I mean, it's the easiest one of all time. Let me tell you, you guys might have heard Beautiful Girls by Sean Kingston, but have you ever heard Beautiful Girls by Sean Kingston in Kingston, Ontario at a Kingston Frontenacs game? I mean, it's got quite the melody. It's good. Listen, do we have to do this every time? People whose favorite rap album is Mad Villainy love to be like, actually, this is Stand By Me. It's called a sample, man. Okay? If we're going to allow samples in good music, we have to accept samples in music that's not so good as well. You can't just pick and choose when sample. Because if we do the same shit, people who hate Madonna, because, I don't know, she's old, are like, Hung Up isn't that good of a song. She's mostly an ABBA merchant. It's called a sample, bitch! DJ Shadow gets away with it. Nobody's like, oh, actually, this is a nature documentary of a butterfly. They stole the main melody. It's a sample! You're literally Tipper Gore! You're literally Lars Ulrich. A very uncreative sample. It's, look at my fucking media landscape, bro. What have they done to you? People are annoying? I know, man, it's crazy. And you know what's crazy is that they also think that. And then I'm like, you should get off social media. And they're like, no, I love to be surrounded by idiots all day, even in my downtime. Not to put too fine a point on it, but people will be like, I hate people. Let me see what they're all saying about some stupid ass shit right now. Oh, I hate people. People are so fucking stupid and annoying. Let's go to the other site and scroll for a bit and see what they're doing over there. Okay, this one might be impossible. Today's Wordle partly brought about yawning. Okay, so I'll just be honest with you. I think the first step, I don't know if we have to, but let's do the Wordle today. Do we have to do the Wordle today in order to get the Cryptic? You don't have to? Let's do it anyway, man. I never do Wordle. I do Wordrow. Mouth. Damn, he might be the GOAT. Biden. Biter. Damn, we might be like the GOAT of Wordle. Modal. Oh, fuck, he's a god. He's actually incredible at Wordle now. Apollo doesn't want the smoke, man. Today's Wordle, partly brought about yawning, laureling. So partly is going to be our indicator, maybe perhaps with something else. I'm going to say the puzzle. Today's Wordle is a puzzle. Maybe this is our definition. And then, this, maybe yawning is going to be, well, let's be honest. We need some hints. Our fodder is today's Wordle. We need to use these letters as instructed by the neighboring indicators. Okay. So our definition is like yawning. I'm trying to find like tired, stretch, oxygen, air. I might need to get an indicator. Partly brought about our indicators. One tells us that the answer is hidden inside neighboring words, and the other tells us to, brought about is like, that's tough. The other tells us to reverse those letters. Drowsy. It's drowsy. 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 It's a bogey, but still, I'll take that. Can you explain this game? Not really. I'll give you the cliff notes, okay? In every minute cryptic, there are 3 types of clues. One of them is a definition. The answer to the puzzle will be a synonym, basically, or a word related to the definition. So we found another word related to yawning was the answer to the puzzle. There's also fodder. Fodder is basically letters that you manipulate in order to get the answer. And then the third thing is the instructions for the manipulation, which is called indicators. So here, partly brought about are our indicators. Partly indicates that we take part of the fodder. So here we took this part. And then brought about is like what a 78-year-old might say if they want a valet to bring their car, which apparently means throw it in reversed. And that's how you get drowsy. I still always need like hints for this. I always need at least one hint. But we're getting there. It's taken a while to get there because I've been working on these cryptics probably 2-3 weeks now. But we're starting to get there. We're starting to build the muscle memory. Before, I would just look at it and go, I don't know what part is even what. So we're starting to get there. One day we're going to, if we do this for 2 years straight, to new viewers, we are going to appear to be a wizard every single time. There's no shot tumor doesn't win here. Anytime I get a headache, I Google like brain tumor symptoms. This shit has got to be like, oh, it's just me? Maybe I got to call a doctor. That's not something everybody does. I got to imagine more people are searching up Young Thug. Like me, being like, who is Young Thug? More monthly streams. Queen or Biaba Doobie? It's Queen. It's going to be Queen. Redditors exist. I'm going to say Meghan Trainor still has less than Queen. Because like the Old Navy just is one play, even if there's 100 people in the store. Cher's going to be below Meghan Trainor, for sure, these days. Did you see people complained about influencer Smurf and they changed it? I don't know what you're talking about. What is influencer Smurf? Is it because there's a new Smurfs movie coming out? I could imagine that one of the Smurfs is an influencer. It seems hard to change that though, because there's like so much animation to do, and the movie comes out in like a week or something, right? One of the Smurfs is Rihanna. Yeah, man, they're using "Please Don't Stop the Music" on the soundtrack. Like, they know what. Listen. No disrespect to Rihanna. The film is a commodity, okay? Let's be real. The film is a product. You could say all films are. Yeah, but like some are more product than others. To quote Napoleon. Never mind. Apparently that's from Animal Farm, not Napoleon. I don't know why you'd make the movie if you had $1 billion. Dude, VIP Daniel, that's what I'm saying, okay? And like I have to be careful because you could say this about Ryan Reynolds. If you say it about Rihanna, you're going to get some blowback. But like, if I had $1 billion, there's no shot I'm being in the Smurfs movie. You would have to pay me $1 billion to be in the Smurfs. You'd have to double it and give it to the next guy. And the next guy would have to be me. They want 1.1? Okay, buy a fucking money market account, bro. Like, it's automatic at that point. If I had $1 billion, I would do awful movies for fun. Yeah, but if you had $1 billion, you could do anything for fun. You don't have to be in a bad movie. You could probably get cast in like a pretty good movie. Or you could just fuck off and do anything. You could do anything you want. You don't have to like do a job and the job becomes the Smurfs movie or whatever. It would be fun. Would it? Here's take 8. Are you okay? Take 9. Are you okay? Take 10. Are you okay? Take 11. All right, yeah, it sounds real. I mean, like, listen. You're breaking into the industry, sure, but if you got $1 billion, I'm like, dude, we're doing this Clint Eastwood style. It's one take. Are you okay? Next. Not like that, like you're getting bit by a damn alligator. Oh! Yo! Ah! Dude, there's way too much porn on Steam these days. Dominated by yandere goth mommy. Dominated by yandere goth lifeguard. Dominated by yandere goth idol sister. Hentai shanty. What's going on, man? That's 4 in a row. The lifeguard one is good. Hang on, let me check out the reviews. No reviews yet, I'm afraid. Fuck, they're going to get me playing RuneScape. Is today the day? Nah. Well, nah. Parcel Simulator? 5 friends own this game. 5 friends own Parcel Simulator, man. It is, dude. It sips. You got him 100%. Parcel Simulator, owned by Sips, Chibli, Gassy Mexican, and 2 people who I believe are not streamers. Don't tell mom I fed my stepsister. Oh, Jesus Christ. She's stuck in the washing machine. Somebody's got to call a plumber, man. She's... They should do one of those, but it's like a top loader, man. You'd be like, damn, she's really in trouble. All the blood's rushing to her head. I guess, like, has anyone ever asked this question? How do they keep getting stuck in the washing machine? The opening is like, You could fit like 4 bodies through the opening. Like, how do you get stuck, man? Just get out. Yeah, like tuck the elbows or something, man. Harem of lust. Sorry, every time I alt tab or move my mouse, it makes that sound. You're just gonna have to get used to it for a second here. Oh shit. I'm not done. I'm genuine. I'm just in OBS clicking the buttons that like move the scene over, but it's going crazy, man. It's going insane. Thanks for defending DK. You're one of the last ones standing. You know me, Dan. I have a cynicism towards the marketing machine. So when a game comes out and everybody says it's good, and then Chad is just like, why does this game look like another game? Why doesn't this game look nothing like I've ever seen before? Why doesn't this game look like the greatest piece of media that's ever been created ever and is completely novel and inventive? It's like, I just wish they would have the same critical eye whenever there's a fucking Jeff Keighley introduced trailer for a new game franchise that's a third-person shooter. But instead they're like, oh, it's got bullet drop. It doesn't have a hit scan. It's got realistic bullet physics. Listen, look at the sound. Look at the sound when you use Velcro. It makes a and then it comes out. Why does this look like Escape from Tarkov? Like, no game will ever be as good as a trailer for probably 25% of the people in Twitch chat. No disrespect. It might not be you. When chat asked me to play this, I thought it might be Chib Slop, and I mean that complimentary. I thought it might be Chib Slop about, like a game about perhaps Jesus Christ himself. But it turns out it's actually a roguelite RPG auto battler that is freaking out sound-wise here because I also have a controller plugged in. So we're going to check it out. People said it's good, man. We're thrilled to share the game with you and excited to hear any and all feedback you might have. Well, get ready, brother, because I'm... Long ago, in an age lost to time, mortals and demons waged war on each other. You see, a hunter's work is never through. We're making nickels, we're making moves. The only thing I know how to do, you know what I'm talking about? Is work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard. Whatever. There's demons, there's humans, there's swords, there's gold. Where are we going, bro? We're going here. We're going here. We're going here. We're getting the treasure chest on the map. Choose what you would like. The Heart Drinker, on hit, restore 1 health. The Saffron Feather, turn start, convert a speed to restore 2 health. I mean, dude, right off the bat, give me the Heart Drinker. Lifesteal tends to be good in these games, man. And then I'll go toe-to-toe with an arachnid. I don't even care. You and your opponent take turns attacking each other. I'm here to rep Caesar salad, probably the best tasting salad. 100% I agree with you. The only salad that tastes so good, I'll order it as an entree by adding a chicken breast. Greek salad's close. Not a salad, I'm afraid. Collection of vegetables, but with no lettuce. With no lettuce, it's not a salad, I'm sorry to say. Also, you can't have a Greek salad as an entree. I like a Greek salad. I like everything in a Greek salad. The only thing that I would say about a Greek salad, if I may be slightly rude, I always feel like I'm eating one vegetable at a time. With a lettuce or arugula or spinach-based salad, you spear the salad and you get an assortment of vegetables in every single bite. With a Greek salad, good luck, brother, trying to get one of the corners of a green pepper and an olive and some feta cheese and like a mercurial little red onion on the same spear. Like, best of luck to you. It's not going to be me, though. Tank build is boring. Sorry to say, brother, it's my first time playing the game. You may need to... I mean, I've been told I can't say touch grass anymore. It's a rude thing to say. But you may need to watch less streams and pursue other hobbies, outdoors or indoors, if you're like, this isn't the best way to play the game. I've been playing the game for about 14 minutes, I think. I would like to sleep until the next day and restore 10 health. That sounds perfect for a guy like me, man. What? Razor Claw Grizzly. His strikes ignore armor? He came. Your strikes ignore armor that's a disaster for my build, bro. I think we're dead, man. I've been killed. Journey's beginning completed. That's a forced death in the tutorial. They were actually mad that I was getting so good. Completing challenges unlocks new items. Unlocking 2 or more adjacent challenges reveals what you need to do. Oh. Interesting. How's this game? The new Balatro killer? I know, sorry, I stored that message in the cache, Dan, to use it when I hit some dead air. Balatro is really like, I mean, I feel like it's, Kate described it as a score game, and I think that that's a great way to describe games like that. Because, like, I was thinking, like, Slay the Spire and Balatro, they're related, but they're very different. Like, Balatro is with insider trading and wordplay and stuff like that. Like, those are score games, where you're using mathematics to make a number go from like 1,000 to 1 billion. Slay the Spire, this is more like Slay the Spire, where you're like, you're speccing your build to beat a boss, but it doesn't seem like at any point I'm gonna do nan-inf damage, is my guess. Nubby is Balatro, yes. Nubby is a score game. Item slots are numbered and will trigger sequentially. That means the item in slot 1 will trigger before the item in slot 2. When the game's got inventory management. Indie games saved inventory management, man. Inventory management really used to be like, your backpack is full. Now it's like, I need this next to this, otherwise this isn't gonna go off, and this has gotta be in an odd numbered slot. This one has to be next to these 2 things, otherwise I don't get the proc on the other thing. Dan's doing stand-up in chat. Honestly, being a chatter is like, it's a lot of fun, man. Being a chatter is like being a streamer, but like, if someone calls you to like clean up something, you can just go do it immediately. It's all duck and tomatoes. I mean, that's the thing. I'm actually, you know me, Dan. I would call it a healthy cynicism, but I don't think you would describe me as an angry guy from like knowing me in person. I'm a pretty low-key guy. Then I go into your chat and people are like, ooh, Unk is feisty today. And I'm like, yeah, because it's 6:15 in the fucking morning. And as soon as I went into chat and typed, hey guys, with like just waving, like 1,000 people asked me bullshit questions about like shit I don't care about. You'd probably be annoyed too, man. I woke up like 15 minutes ago and people are like, how much money did you put in the game to get Ketis on black? 0, dude. I haven't even done my polls yet. Your question is coming to me with an agenda. And then you're like, why is he, whoa, someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed. It's crazy, man. IRL, you're chill. In my chat, there's some people who love your attention. It's celeb status. By the way, did you see IO Sky at the airport luggage recovery? It's like that. That I don't know. I don't know who IO Sky is, man. I'm probably saying it wrong. Citron Yellow complete. Start a battle with 8 base speed. Is it really 11:45 a.m.? People will tell you, if they've been watching the stream, I'm actually kind of insane at mentally keeping track of the time. I legit thought it was like 1:15 p.m. I thought that the stream was 45 minutes away from being over. I just got like, like my sense of time got so shattered by that I think I got a little motion sickness. That's crazy. Just saw a TikTok of a lady who saw a guy jump in front of a train. Everybody in the comments said she should play Tetris. You can't, like, it's one of those things, man. People are just trying to be helpful, but like at some point, it's like when someone says like takeout's expensive and then someone types like, did you know you can just cook your own food at home? It's like, yeah, obviously everybody knows that, but it's just not helpful at this point. It's just not that helpful. Ogre! He's close! Leshin is what Sean Connery says when he wants you to listen to him. Oh, you think it's funny? You think it's not fucked up to make fun of the way that the idiosyncratic way that someone talks? You think that's humorous, huh? That's all. Me personally, I think it's a little bit messed up, but I guess you do you. I think that's not okay. I wouldn't do something like that. Mamma mia, I burned the pizza! By the way, I finally saw a Labubu yesterday. I didn't know Labubu was kind of like, it was bratty. I didn't know Labubu was like, you know what I mean? I kind of thought Labubu was just like a, I don't know, just like a normal bunny, but, you know, like a normal looking stuffed animal. I didn't know Labubu kind of has like a, like that going on. A trend that will be gone soon. Yeah, but you know, like you're not wrong. Labubu's probably not going to be around for 20 years. But at the same time, like, whenever people are mad at Labubus, I'm like, I don't know, don't we have bigger problems? Who cares? There's lots of dumb shit that's popular, man. Let them enjoy their little Labubus, man. Who cares? Pazuzus, though? Nah, Paimon clears, I'm afraid. Pazuzu didn't get Toni Collette sawing her own head off. I mean, you're allowed... I get that you're saying it's harder to solve real-world problems, but you're not solving Labubu either. So, like, don't flatter yourself. There's not this... People, they spend their money on all sorts of stupid shit, man. Lots of you guys got a closet full of Pokemon cards. You don't want me to be out here going, like, what are you doing with those? And then you're like, oh, they're worth a lot of money. And I'm like, are they? Or are they just going to sit in your closet? I think they're only worth money if you sell them, man. Plus, they're not even made for that. They're made for, like, kids to play with them in, like, a deck-building game and, like, make friends at the card shop or something like that. They're not made to sit in, like, a 38-year-old's closet for 10 years and then get resold. Well, meanwhile, you're typing in chat, I hate scalpers, I hate scalpers. Like, that's kind of crazy to a guy like me. You ever hear of supply and demand? You're artificially restricting the supply, bro, and the demand is skyrocketing. You gotta add some liquidity to the market, bro. You should play Tiny Rogues. Listen, buddy. I got 3 to 4 copies of Tiny Rogues right here. I feel like Tiny Rogues might have been one of those games that was like $4.99. I might have... This might be 8 copies of Tiny Rogues right here. Just so you know who you're talking to. I don't know how much a Labubu is. This might be 10% of a Labubu right here, okay? You know who you're messing with? People are loving the watch bit. I will... Very, very rarely... will I stick with a game that I'm hating just because analytics are good? I will always stick with a bit if chat goes crazy for it every single time. And also if they hate it. You think you'll ever go back to the Bazaar? Nah, man, I was actually, while I was doing the dishes last night, I was like, I can't believe I played so much of the Bazaar. Like, this is a narcissistic bit, but like, as soon as I quit it, I was like, it's dead to me. There's probably lots of people out there still enjoying the Bazaar, and God bless them. I got no beef with them. To me, out of sight, out of mind, I gotta say. What made you stop? So I genuinely think it's a good game, and I don't want to just pile on. But a combination of every update, the launcher breaking, and me needing to use control panel to remove the launcher, re-downloading the entire launcher, reinstalling the entire game whenever there was like an 8 megabyte update, that got really tiresome. Also, hey, the patch is... Okay, well, this is just kind of rude, but hey, the patch is coming out. Hey, devs, don't you think that this item is overpowered? Well, we'll see. It comes out, is insanely overpowered, and then, like, they patch it, but when they patch it, they don't just nerf, like, the things that are too good and buff the things that are too bad. They add 6 more items that completely upset the apple cart, so, like, 1 more item that was previously trash now becomes, like, you have to include it in every single board, and it just, like... It was too much to keep track of, to be honest, at a certain point. Like, I feel like the meta was never in an awesome spot, and keeping up with the competitive changes to the game on a regular basis was, like, impossible. You know, normally, by the way, I'm not... I get annoyed by the what happened to your voice comments, because I don't know, really. But then Sinvicta was like, hey, I got recommended this YouTube video today. This is a blast from the past. So I said, I'll click on this. And let's see what he's talking about here.
Wix. One platform. Any website. Unlimited creation.
Sorry, I don't use YouTube all that much. I don't really know what's up with that.
Everybody, welcome back Northernlion plays RimWorld.
Well, like, what's up with the pops and the
Last episode we got
snaps and the creakiness of the chair and obviously the timbre and the cadence of my voice? Like, listen to this.
Lucia on our team. And these traders came by and tried to buy my 118-year-old friend, and I considered possibly ending their lives.
What is that, man? I was talking like that for like 10 years. Who is this?
Thunderstorm is terrible news. Immediately terrible news. Is anybody awake? No. Someone's got to wake up. Probably immediately. But look at... Oh, wait. Rainy thunderstorm.
Like, what is that, man? What was I doing? Rainy thunderstorm. Wait. Rainy thunderstorm. RimWorld kind of a great game, though, for sure. No doubt about that. Creaky-ass chairs were a YouTube staple back in the day. Yeah, back when we were speaking from the soul, man. No YouTuber no gaming YouTuber, at least back then, had a fucking Herman Miller. We would have gotten your ass beat for having a Herman Miller if you were playing Kerbal Space Program or something like that. Old NL streams feel like they recast the role of Ryan. No, I hear you. I think, like, I don't know, man. I think I was, like, trying too hard to, like, I don't even know how to describe it. I think I was playing a role, and now you're seeing, it's like The Weeknd said, when I'm fucked up, that's the real me, man. I'm kind of a twisted individual. Anyway, yeah, I don't know, I was doing, like, announcer mode or something. Oh, you can only enter this at night. That makes sense. Imagine there's people that don't know Jack Black was once elite. That's the thing, man. Like, Jack Black built up, literally, he was like over the cap of goodwill for me. So I understand, you know, he's in the Mario movie. Maybe people are hating him a little bit for being in the Minecraft movie. People are obviously giving him some heat for the way that he treated KG on the tour. He shouldn't have done that, but he's still up there, man. He's still up there. I gotta give him some credit, I guess, is all I'm trying to say. That's why I think people who sold their Jack Black stock sold too early. I'm telling you, like, when emotions are hot, you know, people say things that they regret. In 2 years, there's gonna be a like a sit-down interview with JB and KG. They're gonna hash it out, and everything's gonna be back, man. Everything's gonna be back. I'm telling you. Hang on, what do we got here? From Librarian. Your Seth Rogen must be doing well. Well, dude, here's the thing, is like people on the actor and actress stock exchange, they don't go into second order thinking. They're literally just first order thinking. His laugh's annoying. I'm shorting Seth. No, bro. Please short Seth, because that allows me to accumulate Seth for a long period, because he was not flatlined. Like, it wasn't like he was a penny stock, but he was low. People were like, isn't he retired? Then boom. He comes back with the studio. And all of a sudden, people are like, wait. This white boy might be onto something. And I'm not selling my Seth, man. That, for me, that's like a lifetime position as far as I'm concerned. I might be holding Seth until the day I die. I might be giving Seth to my children. Sell or hold on Jonah? It depends on your time horizon. The PR fiasco that Jonah faced is not a career ender. It's a career dampener, and everything seems worse when you're like in the moment. Give him a couple years on Jonah, I think he's coming back with Oscar-nominated roles. He's shown he's got chops, man. He's been in Moneyball. He's been in The Wolf of Wall Street. I think I think long-term, Jonah's a hold. Not necessarily a buy, but not a sell. What's a must-sell these days? I think if you're still holding Ryan Reynolds, you're in for a world of hurt. I feel like, I mean, I'm just one guy, but I feel like I'm a bellwether for normie opinion. Emma Stone, blue chip forever, holds stock. She does blockbusters. She does art house. She does TV. She's in the Yorgos films. She's in the Ari Aster films. I'm not saying it's the one stock that makes up your whole portfolio, but Emma Stone's a blue chip for sure. Emma Stone's a blue chip stock in my portfolio. John Krasinski, I'm short Krasinski. Quiet Place, I see him as a Quiet Place merchant. If it removed all of the possible goodwill that I could have had, all the confidence as a consumer that I could have had in him. Steve Carell, I'm underweight Carell right now. I think he's got the chops, but I think he's in a nadir right now. I think he's got to take some better roles. My personal opinion. You can't kill me, I just heal. Adam Sandler, long-term hold as long as you don't mind the volatility, because you never know. Next year he might be in 3 absolutely dogshit comedy sequels produced by his own studio, or he might be nominated for Best Actor for some shit with the Safdie brothers. It's a long-term hold for investors with high risk appetite, in my opinion. Anyway, this bit's kind of like, it's speaking of played out, this bit's kind of played out, but yeah, those are my thoughts. How's your day? It's really good. Thank you for asking. Could you believe it? After 3.5 hours of streaming, it's the first time anyone's asked me that. Fun horse races this morning on the bike. Great Peloton ride. I think it was like a 1,205 kilojoule ride, which is kind of an insane ride for also playing the horse game the whole time. How's Kita-san feel? Bro, I haven't even done my pulls yet, but can I tell you? I was worried that I might not have anybody on my friends list who had it. I was worried that maybe I was living in a whale-less world. I have like 4 friends who have it, and a couple of them have a level 50. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm sitting pretty right now, man. One of them is my wife, yes. So I feel like I have to use her card, because every time I use it, the friend points is probably the equivalent of like 25 cents. So after enough runs, we basically break even on that. Which Uma you enjoying the most? I just like McQueen runs, man. They just feel like home, to be honest with you. I know what I'm doing. You literally do the debut race, and then you have like 28 turns of training before you have your next race. You just train non-stop. Can I tell you, I had a wordplay run. The video is gonna go up on YouTube. Maybe in like tomorrow or the day after. I got, some of the perks in that game are crazy. I got any word can start with re, which means that you can add re to the start of any word, and then any valid word that comes after that will count. So you could pick the spaghetti. You could make re-spaghetti if you had enough space for it and get the free points. And I had like 12 exclamation marks in the letter bag. So I was literally playing words that were like re-zoo, 4 exclamation marks. It was, and I'm not going to say how it went, but it might disappoint you. But it was a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun. Also, I played Asian as a word, and it told me it's not a word. What are we doing here? You're going to radicalize me. Asian is a word, man. From the continent of Asia. It's not a proper noun, it's a word. Aslan is a proper noun. Asian isn't even a noun, man. What is it? Do proper adjectives exist? My headcanon is that you're secretly a moderate Republican. I got some horrible news for you, man. Unfortunately for you, I'm an NDP voter. Because I know you're like, but you have a lawn. I know. But occasionally you engage in some slightly edgy humor. I know. It would be easier, man. It would be easier to be one of those like Kill Tony guys. They would probably accept me with open arms. Unfortunately, I just can't do it. It would probably fucking be in love with me, man. It would be so easy. You'll come around one day? I don't know, man. I don't think so. Like, I'm starting to think that becoming a Republican as you get older is something of like a temporary mid-century bubble. Like, obviously our parents and grandparents are like, it happens to everybody, but like they didn't live for eternity. They lived for like 70 years. Like, they don't know if that is true forever. It might have just been a little bubble, man. Lots of shit changes over time. Changes aren't permanent, but change is. Anyway, we love people of all stars and stripes here. It's controversial for me to talk about because Kevin Sorbo's, he's not a friend of mine, but he's a friend of the family. He comes around the house now and then. Him and, I'm trying to think who, him and James Woods are. I was having yaki udon with James Woods at New Fuji last week. We were just chopping it up, you know. It's nice to talk to people from all sides of the aisle. Just get a feel for what people are. Oh, it's just for what people are talking about, man. Dude, banter in a gambling stream would go so crazy. I still have 5 pulls. I should have done this on the bike, man. This is crazy. Holy cow, this is insane. What are we doing, man? All right, cool. Yeah. Gold. You could play an online Filipino casino where the spins are like 1 cent each. You want me to put my banking info into that website, though? That seems a little scary, man. That's a little risky for my blood. I'd be better off on like an American online casino or something. And then I guess, to be honest, for content, I have to do one of these. Because how mad would you be if I pulled like 2 in one? Like, I have to possibly like will that into existence. Because if you got it, people will be like, I saw people were crashing out last night, man. You are a cow on a trush farm. Like, I think people, they would put like $1,000 into the pulls and then they would look up the drop rate later and be like, what the fuck? I watched 800 pulls and I saw one. Dude, Chad, we got it! I'm just kidding. Who the heck is Maita Kane Tannhauser? And what the fuck is she doing, man? No, dude, get out of my deck. Oh, shit! Air Groove. And then, of course, Mihono Bourbon. Pal-assisted training. Why are people spending money before looking at the drop rates? We live in a sick world, man. That's all you gotta know is we live in a sick world. Okay, let's get this show on the road. So now, listen, we're going to skip the races. If you don't want to watch that, you should have left the video earlier. We're going to watch the Ura quarters, semis, and finals. We're going to skip the rest of the races. We're going full degen mode. We got 47 minutes. And here's what we do, man. We play Mejiro McQueen. I select Power Drive, my C+, 3 Stam Rice Shower. I confirm it. I go to Guess. I select Apollo's Guest, which is right here. And then the only thing that matters is that we want to see this Mejiro McQueen have a 3 stack of Stam at the end. So it's gonna, we got Joker here with the level 50. We got Kate with the level 39. We got Sin with the level 50. I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. By the way, Sad Wallers, are you here? I apologize for your level 35, okay? Because I used to use this every single time, but the meta has changed now. Literally, even though there's a level 50, I'm using my wife's because I'm a good husband. What's the game's win condition? Don't worry about it for about 35 minutes. Jesus Christ, your inspirations? Oh, just you wait, man. Just you wait. So ironic for you to shit on degen behavior but then play this game. What if I told you that the degens are mad at me for playing this game? It still doesn't make sense to me. I'm interfacing with you and on your level. We have shared interests now. We should be getting along. They're trying to gatekeep me, man. They're trying to kick me out of the community. Now this one I've learned, if you've been following my tech, I've learned we don't take energy on this one. We take this to advance the event. I don't know where the event goes, but we take that to advance the event. Oh! Damn! It's a rest by a mile. Oh, dude, it's goated! Go full throttle on that turbo engine. Oh, if you give me charming, God is real. God is real if you give me charming. Oh, trick front. Flicking me. You're flicking me. No! Okay, that's still pretty good. That's still pretty good. You should be honest and apologize. Then we take that, we get Lone Wolf off of that, and then we're farming races. We're farming races off of that. This is a goated pre-debut, man. What is happening? If you're not ready for this, go watch something else, okay? You're watching like Tom Brady right now. This is like Tom Brady's goated Super Bowl performance. This one, by a mile, this is recreation. Fuck, karaoke. That's the one time we don't. You know what? It's okay. We tank those. And then race me. And your safety is not guaranteed, okay? Your safety is not guaranteed. I run my McQueen. I run as a front runner because my Spark gives me A in front running. And I just feel like front runner is more consistent on the early races because you're at much less risk of being boxed in. So I just run at the... Sixth. This don't happen on the Android version, man. This doesn't happen on the Android version. And then 17 more turns of training, bro. And then you're gonna be like, NL, you're not doing enough races. You don't know the type of shit that's rattling around in the old bird cage right now, okay? I got strats that... I got the fries that'll cross your eyes, okay? Yes. Talk to an adult, Oguri Cap. Talk to an adult. Give me 5 power in the skill points, and it's a skill I'm never gonna use. But I think that advances your event. People need to apply this logic IRL. No, bitch, you shouldn't rest when you could hang out with 4 of your friends. I think that's fucking... There's something real about that. I wish I came up with that. You're a philosopher for that one. 2 friends, though, I might snooze. depending on the venue and the enrichment that's available at the venue, I might snooze on that one. Ogre Cap, give me max energy. No, is there anything you want to do? Yes, Ogre Cap, there's something I'd like to do. I'd like to gain 30 energy for fucking free. Huge. Insane tech. And a double rainbow to boot. A double rainbow to boot after that. Thoughts on Soda Poppin saying cosplaying is stupid? Chibli, thoughts on me having every event in my deck memorized so I can play this game with my eyes closed? Honestly, we gotta rest this. Thoughts on this game taking over me, body and soul, and I know every single event. You should stuff yourself silly and possibly get plus 30 energy. Obviously, you should stuff yourself silly. You'd have to be stupid not to stuff yourself silly. I thought it would be junk content, but honestly, even with the skips, it's kind of sick. When you get invested, man, it's like, it's Football Manager. I get it now. It's Football Manager, but better. And more successful in every way. There's some stuff worth watching in the race season, okay? First, I'm just thinking about how cool you are. I fucking hate Mejiro Ryan's cursed-ass art teacher from high school fit. The shirt dress that she's wearing... We could do better. Mejiro Ryan, we could do better than that. It makes me... I'm offended every time I see it. Improve your sartorial sense before you come around here giving me 5 stam, 5 power. Next thing we do, and this is I'm putting my own personal spin on it, okay? This is where you go Japan Cup. Don't do the mile championship by accident. I've been there, and I don't mean on vacation. And because this is an optional race, let's watch it. Let's watch Peak. If my PC could load it. It's very sad for me that this runs better on my phone than it does on my PC. That's scary. It loads on my phone in like 4 or 5 seconds. On the PC, it takes like 12 seconds. Yes, my demure queen. Yes. Doesn't even matter. Look at that, man. Lone, firm, standard. Oh my god. Not even sweat. Honestly, it's better if she gets past. It's easier to trigger the ult. Is Lone Wolf OP? I think in career it's OP because the other horses never have it. So it's like 63 points for an incredible, well, not incredible, but for a consistent stat game. So I think you're probably spending points to elevate your career at the expense of a better skill for PvP, but you want it in PvP to disable it on others. Oh, that's sensible. It's like nuclear missiles, man. It's like mutually assured destruction. If you take Lone Wolf, I take Lone Wolf. War games type shit. That's what I'm talking about. The Monroe Doctrine. I don't know what the Monroe Doctrine is. It's tea time, motherfucker. It's not that. Monroe Doctrine was like... It was when like the US was like, let's go chill in Europe for like 50 years, right? Damn, this actually might be close, man. No? That's the... Oh, that's the Marshall Plan. That's the Marshall Plan. I'm getting a little tense, y'all. Never mind. Huge. Wasn't even close. And with a late start, man. How did Ashley get banned, but Scathighs gets to live? Excuse me. Scathighs is not a bot. And I'll tell you why we know that Scathighs is not a bot. And this is what makes them such a mercurial sort of chatter and legendary. In here, their entire chat log just says northernlion haram. They go to other chats and they just type like a normal person. That's what makes it so interesting, man. And I'm always rattling that around in the old bird cage upstairs. That's what's so interesting to me. That is it. I mean, it's kind of crazy, man. Twitch needs people like that. Yeah, dude. Also, they were talking about it in the Discord. I don't know if you saw REM Poster. They were talking about you in the Discord. They were like, shout out to REM Poster. Been around for like 4 or 5 years. Posts REM lyrics. But the thing that's crazy, the thing that'll really bake your noodle, is they don't just post them out of nowhere. They post lyrics that are kind of relevant to what's being talked about on the stream. And it's not a like large language model. Like it's an individual that's doing that, which is crazy. Shout out to REM Poster, man. Not to mention they're also repping REM, who sincerely are one of the most underrated bands around now. I guess they broke up like 10 years ago or whatever, but they're mid. They're not mid. The singles are overexposed, but if you ever listen to the albums, you would be like, wait a minute, did I really call the Goats mid? Did I really call... Listen to Murmur and then tell me it's mid, man. You know the reason it's mid is because it's like the same reason that you might think like The Godfather is mid. Because you're like, what? There's a million bands that sound like this. Yeah, because they all got inspired by REM, bro. Because they all got inspired by Calling Out in Transit, Radio Free Europe. You don't know what you're talking about. And you have such confidence in it. That's what bothers me, man. That's what bothers me, is the level of confidence that you have in it. You ever see Jabba the Hutt say, okay, wait, this might be good? Mochi latte and Bali before the Labubu rave. That is a very Jabba the Hutt coded sentence.
Matcha pilates and Bali before a Labubu rave.
Mochi latte in Bali before the Labubu rave. It's a Twitter meme. I appreciate you bringing the best ones over, man. It's matcha, not mochi. I was thinking that because matcha is like, it's hotter than mochi right now for sure. Matcha ain't even done right in the US. I'm sure there's places in the US that do it right, man. Like, I know what you're saying with that. I get what you're saying. But isn't it, you just need like a new, different whisk or something like that, right? It's just powder and liquid. Also, even if they don't do it right in North America, unfortunately, that's like where I live. So that's where I'm getting like most of my matchas. Pretty much all my matchas, to be honest with you. But they gotta sort that shit out, honestly. Of course we're gonna do the Arima Keenan. We're Square Uma Musume, guys. Of course we do the Japan Cup and the Arima Keenan, even if they're not part of our career goals. They should do a video like that, man. That would actually, in a very specific and relatively small subset of the internet, that video would go crazy. We're Uma Musume, guys. Of course we train guts in junior year if there's at least 4 assists on it. Yeah, man, that's pretty funny. That's pretty fucking funny. Is it gambling or is it just minus 20 every time, man? Huge. Changing my stream from 480 to 720 for this. Dude, I love when you have a stream on and you step away from your PC. You come back like half an hour later and it looks like it's being filmed on a Game Boy camera. Like, I know what they're doing and I'm not mad at them. They're saving some bandwidth, not pushing like a big stream to someone who's not even at the computer, but like, wonder if there's any chatters who haven't seen your face above 160p. Dude, honestly, maybe that's why they think I look so much like the Road Rage guy. You do though? I know. But he does, I think he has 60 pounds on me. He might have 80. As soon as you put the hoodie on, it's hard to tell. So I gotta push back just a little bit, okay? She's got it. She's got it. She's got it. Who the hell is that? Ghibli, are you still here, by the way? I had a great business idea. But it's actually a great business idea, but I have horrible news for you because it's also an app. So I kind of hate that it's an app, but I think it might be a good app use case. Not an app! It's not an app, it's a website that will probably have an app. Well, I would say probably, like I'm ever gonna build it. But you know, actually, here's the thing. This might be the first time in history that I've ever come up with an idea, and I actually hope that you are going to tell me that it exists. And I pray that after you tell me it exists and I get excited, you don't say, it sucks and the CEO is evil, okay? A social network where you can use ad tracking to control elections. It exists already? It exists, how's the CEO? Is the CEO okay? Okay, here's my and admittedly, chat, this is gonna start patting myself on the back a little bit, okay? I wanna give more money to charity. There's a lot of causes that I would like to support. You could cut a check to the food bank, or to the library, or to the park board, or to the, you know, this and this and this and this. There's like, ideally there would be like possibly 30 things I would like to support. What if there was like a website local to like where you live, and you could be like, hey, I want to donate X amount a month, but instead of having 15 different line items on my credit card, you have like baskets of good charities and maybe sliders and stuff like that. So I could be like, hey, I want to give $500 a month to charity. 20% of it to go to BC Children's Hospital. I want 20% to go to the Vancouver Public Library. I want 20% to go to this, and this. And you could go, and you could do that. And then the site takes whatever they need off the top just to administer. But it shouldn't be much because it should just be one guy. It should just be one guy running a website. And then you do one like credit card transaction, $500 comes out, they escrow the money and distribute the money. Obviously, yes, there's potential for evil, but this is like when chat goes like, what if someone just kept the money? Okay, what if someone came to my house and killed me with a sword? Like anybody could do this. It needs to be audited, it needs to have like, it needs to have oversight, obviously, but like you can't stop all people from doing evil things. When you come up with ideas like this, you just try to find a way around them. What if I give the money to the food bank and the person that takes the money for the food bank just says, awesome, now I'm gonna buy a jet ski? Like that could happen too, man. Isn't this why charities are bad and we should be taxing the rich more? Okay, I guess what I should have said is my idea is like, let's completely rework the fucking federal government from the ground up. That's my business idea. My business idea is let's completely upend the political. So I got a lot of great actionable advice for that, man. That seems easy. Fuck me for saying let's build a website that could help people out and maybe encourage some extra philanthropy. Instead, let's overthrow the government, okay? Don't make me pull up the firebomb a Walmart tweet, okay? That tweet is undefeated whenever somebody is like, well, why don't you just do this instead? You're not doing that! Is anybody here a student, a virtuous computer science student that's drowning in student loans and just needs a little bit of capital to get this idea across the finish line? We can make this happen, man. I got it, dude. I'm literally starting right now. That's the damn dream, man. You have to make it for Vancouver, though. Deadass DM me? On what, though? Ah, that's a problem. People are linking and building on Twitter, right? They're called ESG funds? Bro, that's not a fucking charity. They're investing like 8% of your money in Tesla. That's not it. What do you mean that it's called an ESG fund? Oh, no, nephew's been telling people he's been donating 12 grand a year to charity. That's for 401k, bro. Plus, they own Chevron stock. Interesting, looking into this. I still think we win, bro. Nah, she's cooked. Let's give her a chance. Nah, the camera's stretching in the other direction. Charitable impact exists in Vancouver, and it's kind of what you're looking for. Oh shit, hang on. Well, while we're doing the first part of this race, they're probably doing good stuff. Their office being a big glass building downtown is, when you know what, that's not even fair. That's not fair for me to say. I was just trying to get a joke at their expense. I always try to get a laugh, okay? That's my problem, it's my cross to bear. I always try to get a laugh first out of every situation. An impact account is like an online bank account for charitable giving. Support any registered charity in Canada and manage your giving the way you want to. Add money to your account, then take as much time and space as you need to decide which charities to support. Give to your favorite charities from your account now, or save some of your charitable dollars. Oh, dude, they got like a freaking, like a high interest savings account built into the damn escrow account. Connect with others creating change. I don't think we're going to be using the social media feed, but still. All right, that might, you know what? That might be cool. Thank you for that. That might be cool. Idea stolen, but in a good way. A good idea stolen. Are those computer scientists still here? We can outcompete them. We can take zero cut. We got a lot around. We can take zero cut until we take them out of business, and then we jack it up. Then we take 20%. Once they're out of business and we got no competition, we jack it up. I'm just kidding. And then that's when we launch the token. Yes, a charity stable coin. We need a charity stable coin. Sinvicta, hello. Sinvicta, you're here just in time for us to get a 9 stam spark. It's going to happen. It's going to happen right now. Yes, it's guaranteed. I hope it does. Me too, brother. Me too. I mean, it's the Ura finals, and we just distanced Rice Shower by 5 lengths. Oh, and we're legend. I hope you're not lactose intolerant, because there's going to be a hearty serving of dairy. Look at that, man. Remember that? How I Met Your Mother? Please, you motherfucker, you're gonna give me 3 stamp spark. You're gonna give me 3 stamp spark. Any day of the week, you're gonna give me 3. Oh, 2 again! That's still really good. Like, that's an 8 stamp sparker, man. But it doesn't matter. 8 is just top of the glue pile. You need a 9. Send you over to Kate's stream. And I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, right? That's crazy. Anyway, see you then. Good night, y'all. It's Sans. You're a rich girl, and you've gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway. Say what? You can rely on the old man's money. You can rely on the old man's money. It's a bitch, girl, but it's gone too far, 'cause you know it doesn't matter anyway. I gotta find it. You say money won't get you too far, Okay, I gotta find the higher octave. Just give it a second. Don't you know? He's pretty good. Oh, that it's wrong. Take what he's giving you. So far gone on your own. But you can get along if you try to be strong, but you'll never be strong. Oh, 'cause you're a rich girl, and you've gone too far, as you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on the old man's money. You can rely on the old man's money. It's a bitch, girl, and it's gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway. Say money won't get you too far, High and dry, out of the rain. It's so easy to hurt others when you can't feel pain. And don't you know that a love can grow? Ooh, 'cause there's too much to give, 'cause you'd rather live for the thrill of it all. Oh, you're a rich girl,
too far, cause you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on the old man's money. You can rely on the old man's money. It's a bitch, girl, and it's gone too far, cause you know it don't matter anyway. Hey, money, but it won't get you too far. Hey, money, but it won't get you too far. Say money, but it won't get you too far. Too far. And you say you can rely on the old man's money. You can rely